What if I told you that you could understand what someone is thinking even without them saying a single word? What if you could detect someone's lies, their hidden truth, and their secret intentions just by observing them? Sounds a little strange, right? But the reality is, this is a skill that anyone can learn. Every day we meet countless people, talk to them, and trust them. But the truth is, not everyone is exactly who they appear to be. Some people hide their real feelings, some hide their intentions, while others hide their true selves. In today's audiobook evaluation, we will learn the art of observation, a skill that allows you to read people just by watching them. So, what is the power of observation? Observation is not just about seeing, it is about paying attention, understanding, and noticing the small details that most people completely ignore. Every day we see hundreds of things. We meet people and talk to them. But the truth is, we notice very little of what is actually happening. Most people only listen. They focus on words and accept whatever the other person says as truth. But master observers do something different. They do not just listen, they notice. They notice how someone is speaking. Is there confidence in their voice or hesitation? Are they maintaining eye contact or avoiding it? Because the real truth is often not hidden in words. It is hidden in signals. Think about it. If someone keeps looking away while talking to you or keeps moving their hands for no reason, it may not just be a random habit. It could be a sign of what they are feeling inside. The body never lies. When someone feels uncomfortable, their body reacts subtly. Their body may become stiff, their shoulders tense up, or they may keep changing their sitting position. These are all signs that something is not right internally. But observation is not limited to body language alone. It is a mindset, a habit that gives you a deeper understanding of every situation. A master observer scans the environment the moment they enter a room. Who is confident? Who is nervous? Who is giving a fake smile? And who is genuinely happy? All of this can be understood even without anyone saying a word. And that is the skill that separates you from others. While most people only see the surface, you begin to see the depth. Observation teaches you that every action has a reason behind it. Every behavior hides an emotion. And if you pay close attention, every person tells their own story. You just have to do more than hear it. You have to understand it. But this skill does not develop overnight. You have to train your brain. Slowly you begin paying attention to small things, people's expressions, the way they speak, their energy. And one day, even if someone tries to hide something, you will still understand what they are truly feeling. That is the real power of observation. Chapter 2. Body Language Secrets. Our body never lies. Words can lie. Tone of voice can change. But the body always tells the truth. When words and body language do not match, who should you trust? Always trust the body. Because truth is often hidden, not in words, but in signals. Suppose someone tells you, "I'm completely fine," but their shoulders are drooping, they avoid eye contact, and there is no energy in their voice. Then what is the truth? The truth is they are not fine. That is the real game of body language. Now let's talk about some common signals people unconsciously reveal. The first one, crossing arms. When someone folds their arms across their chest, it is not always just a comfortable position. It can be a defensive signal. It may indicate that they are mentally closed off or trying to protect themselves in that situation. Second signal, avoiding eye contact. If someone avoids looking into your eyes while speaking and keeps looking away, it can mean two things. Either they are uncomfortable or they are hiding something. However, remember this, avoiding eye contact does not always mean lying. Sometimes it is simply nervousness. That is why you should focus on patterns, not just one signal. Third and most powerful signal, fake smiles. A real smile is not limited to the lips. It is visible in the eyes as well. When someone is genuinely happy, the area around their eyes slightly wrinkles and their face looks relaxed. But in a fake smile, only the lips move while the eyes remain the same. And this difference reveals the truth. The most interesting thing about body language is that it happens unconsciously. People can control their words, but they cannot fully control their body signals. And this is where an observer gains an advantage. When you start observing carefully, you begin noticing small changes. Someone suddenly becoming restless, touching their hands repeatedly, or constantly changing positions. These are all signals that something is going on internally. But the real skill is not just seeing signals, it is understanding them. Every gesture carries an emotion. Every movement has a reason behind it. And when you learn to connect the two, people start revealing everything without saying anything. You just have to pay attention, understand the patterns, and slowly you will realize that every person reveals their own truth. Chapter 3. Lie Detection. Tricks. Detecting lies is not just a skill, it is an art. And this art begins with a very simple concept: baseline. A baseline means understanding someone's normal behavior, how they usually speak, react, and behave. Because until you know their normal behavior, you cannot detect changes. Most people make this mistake. They try to catch lies without first understanding the person. But a master observer first observes and then concludes. Imagine someone who normally speaks confidently, maintains eye contact, and talks clearly, but suddenly they begin hesitating, avoiding eye contact, or stumbling over their words. That change itself may be the first sign of a lie. Now let's talk about some common lie detection signals. First signal: sudden pauses. When people tell the truth, their speech flows naturally. But when they lie, they have to think and create stories. That process causes them to pause, hesitate, and search for words. That hesitation is a major signal of lying. Second signal: unnecessary details. This one is tricky. When people lie, they often add too many unnecessary details to make the story believable. They give long and complex answers to simple questions. This is overcompensation, trying too hard to appear innocent. Third signal: changing the topic repeatedly. When people feel uncomfortable or lie, they try to shift the conversation so attention moves away from them. Instead of answering directly, they redirect the topic elsewhere. And if you observe carefully, you will notice this pattern repeating. But always remember, one signal alone is never proof. You must observe patterns and connect multiple signals together before reaching conclusions. Because every person is different. Some people are naturally nervous. Some talk too much. That is why context matters. Lie detection is not a guessing game. It is a combination of observation, patience, and understanding. And most importantly, lies are never perfect. They always contain small cracks in behavior, tone, or body language. You just have to notice those cracks, because once you learn how to truly observe, no matter how hard someone tries, the truth can never stay hidden. Chapter 4. Dark Psychology Basics. Dark psychology sounds scary, doesn't it? Like something mysterious and dangerous. But the truth is, it is simply the dark side of human behavior. Every person has two sides. One they show to the world, and another they hide. Dark psychology is the art of understanding that hidden side. It teaches us how people manipulate, subtly influence others, and hide their true intentions. Now the question is, why do people do this? Because everyone wants something: respect, attention, control, or sometimes just personal gain. And to get those things, some people do not choose the honest path. Instead, they play mind games. For example, making someone feel guilty so they agree with you, or triggering someone's insecurities so you can control them. These are examples of dark psychology, but this knowledge can be dangerous or powerful depending on how you use it. If you use it to manipulate others, it may give you temporary control, but eventually it will destroy your relationships. However, if you use it to protect yourself, it gives you awareness, an advantage that very few people possess. You begin noticing who is genuine and who is pretending, who truly cares about you and who is simply using you, and most importantly, who is playing with your emotions. Because manipulation is never obvious. It is subtle. It slowly influences your decisions and makes you feel like the choice is yours, while in reality someone else is controlling the situation. That is why understanding dark psychology is important. So you are not blind, so you can clearly see every situation. When you understand how people think, react, and manipulate, nobody can fool you easily. You stop judging people by their words and start understanding them through their intentions and patterns. And this skill makes you emotionally stronger, Because in this world, the greatest power is not knowledge, it is awareness. And when you have awareness, you do not just survive, you live with understanding. Chapter 5. People Reading Techniques. Every person follows certain patterns, the way they speak, react, and think. These are not random, they are patterns. And if you learn to recognize them, you can understand people's emotions and thoughts even without them saying anything. People reading is not magic. It is a combination of observation and pattern recognition. The first step is deep observation, not surface-level observation. You must notice how someone behaves in different situations. For example, which topics make them uncomfortable? Do they suddenly become quiet or try to change the topic? If yes, it may indicate an emotional connection to that subject. Second pattern, overreactions. Everyone reacts more intensely to certain things. Sometimes they become overly excited, while other times unnecessarily defensive. These reactions reveal their priorities and insecurities, because strong emotions create intense reactions. Third pattern, changes in energy. Energy is the most subtle, but also the most powerful signal. Observe carefully. Does someone become energetic around certain people and quiet around others? Does their voice become lively when discussing certain topics but dull during others? These shifts reveal their interests, comfort level, and hidden emotions. But the real skill is not seeing signals separately, it is connecting them together. When you connect multiple patterns, a clear picture begins to form about a person's mindset, personality, and intentions. And gradually you realize that people reveal their true selves through their habits. You just have to pay attention. But remember, people reading is not about judging others, it is about understanding them. Every behavior has a reason, every reaction has a story behind it. And when you observe with this mindset, you begin understanding not only people, but their entire world. That ability transforms you from an ordinary person into a true observer. Chapter 6. How to Recognize Fake People. Not everyone is who they pretend to be. Some people show one face while hiding another. These are fake people. Fake people always try to impress with words. They speak big, make you feel good, and praise you, but their actions never match their words. And that is the biggest signal, because truth is not hidden in words. It is revealed through actions. Here are some clear signs of fake people. First sign, too many promises, too little action. Fake people make promises easily. They say things like, "I'm always here for you," or "You can trust me." But when the time comes, they disappear. There is always a gap between their words and actions, and that gap reveals the truth. Second sign, double personality. They behave one way in front of you and another behind your back. They may act caring and supportive in front of you, but once you turn away, their behavior changes. They discuss your personal matters with others or use your words against you. That reveals their double personality. Third sign, changing behavior based on need. Fake people change depending on the situation. When they need something from you, they become extremely friendly and close. But once they get what they want, they distance themselves or behave completely differently. Their consistency depends on convenience, and that exposes them. Now remember something important. Real people are simple. They do not constantly try to impress others or prove themselves. Their words naturally match their actions. Most importantly, they are consistent. They remain mostly the same in every situation. No fake sweetness, no sudden attitude changes. And that consistency builds trust. But fake people are inconsistent. Their behavior changes depending on the person or situation. If you pay attention, you will notice these patterns repeating again and again. Recognizing fake people is not about judging them. It is about protecting yourself. So you do not place your trust in the wrong people or waste your energy on them. Because the biggest mistake in life is not trusting someone. The biggest mistake is trusting the wrong person. Chapter 7. Daily Life Psychological Hacks. Observation is not a skill you learn in one day. It is a habit that develops gradually. And the best part is that you can improve it in daily life without any special training. You just need to pay more attention. First hack, observe people in public places. Whenever you go outside into a cafe, bus stop, or market, do not stay lost only in your own world. Look around. Notice how people sit, speak, who appears confident and who seems nervous. It is a simple exercise, but it slowly sharpens your observation power. Second hack. During conversations, do not just listen, notice. Pay attention not only to words, but also to tone, speaking speed, and body language. Are they speaking too fast? Do they sound hesitant? Do their gestures match their words? These small things reveal a lot. Third hack, combine body language and tone. A single signal is not always clear, but when you combine multiple signals, the full picture becomes visible. For example, if someone speaks softly and has closed body language, they may be uncomfortable. But if their voice sounds confident and their body language is open, they are likely comfortable and honest. Slowly, your brain will begin recognizing these patterns automatically. And that is real progress. But remember, consistency is the most important thing. If you continue observing every day, your awareness will naturally grow. You will start noticing things you never saw before. You will begin understanding situations that once confused you. And gradually, you will understand not only people but situations more clearly. Because observation is not just a skill, it is a superpower. And once you develop it, you stay one step ahead everywhere. There is no shortcut to becoming a master observer. It is a habit. The more you observe, the more you understand. And eventually, people may say one thing with their mouth, but you will instantly understand what they truly feel inside. Friends, if these skills help you understand life and human psychology better, then do not forget to subscribe to the Book Evaluation channel. And tell us in the comments which of these psychological rules you think will help you the most in daily life. See you in the next video.